It's your daily dose of Donna. Welcome to the show. Hello, everyone. It's Tuesday, August 13th. I am so happy to have you here to enjoy our lovely Tuesday together. My gorgeous dosers, my beautiful people. It's lovely to spend this hour together. This is my church. This is my temple. I mean, it's not a religious podcast. It's not a political podcast. It really isn't much of a self-help podcast. It's just a fun podcast, but it's like our fun temple. Fun church. It's like church, but like fun. Do you guys find that like funny when you watch influencers on oh my god, I have such today's going to be a ranty moment. We're going to have a few rants. Um Last night I went on a deep dive on this influencer situation. Okay. There is a YouTube creator. I'm going to shout her out here because I think she's really good at what she does. Her name is Hannah Alonso, and she posts these deep dives, a lot of MLM content. Well, I should say anti-MLM content. I am highly invested, highly interested in anti-MLM content. Why? Because I used to be part of one in 2014. And so there's always a part of me that's like I'm just like was it 14 or a little bit later? I can't remember if it was 14 or 15. I think 14 for like a year. 2? I don't even remember. It was quite an experience, and I'm very happy to be out of it. But because so many MLMs are like going, all over the place, MLM is a multi-level marketing company. Um, there's a lot of content about this online. If you start getting into that rabbit hole, oh, it is a fun one. Maybe we'll do a special Patreon about MLMs. But Hannah did this long like video yesterday on influencers, and she basically pulled a lot of content from TikTok and Instagram of influencers complaining about how hard their lives are. And the way that I laughed, I mean, it's so funny because these girls are like, oh, I have so many boxes of makeup to unload. Like, it's so hard to find the time to film these hauls of this free PR. Oh, the way that I loved this video. I had so much fun. Then another thing that I deep dive last night, I'll get into it actually, because I think this is an interesting conversation for any Bachelor lovers. If you're a Bachelor lover, we're going to talk about a little bit of this Caitlin Bristowe, Jason Tartick, and Kat Stickler stuff. We also have a lot of really really exciting news because we just got some great trailers that just popped like 1, 2, 3. They say bad news comes in 3. Well, so does good news. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to go over it here. We're going to watch all these trailers together. We're going to have so much fun today. Thank you for joining on today's Daily Dose of Donna. Thanks, you guys, for being here once again. I'm like wondering where we start. First of all, I definitely want to tell you guys about my deep dive. So last night, if you guys are Bachelor fans or if you ever watch Bachelor, I am not a big Bachelor person. Obviously, I'm Gary. Can't wait for the next season of Golden Bachelorette. But other than that, I absolutely um I can't follow current Bachelor stuff. It's just too hard for me. However, I still follow a lot of the old bachelors and bachelorettes, right? I like kind of keeping up with them, like the Ali Manos of the world and the Caitlin Bristowes of the world. And I don't even know. There's so many of them. So last night, Caitlin Bristowe, who a lot of you guys know, because not only is she a former bachelorette, but she also has a huge podcast, Off the Vine, and she has like a wine company and Spades and Sparrows or something like that. And so I went on there. I saw her post, and she posted this kind of like, like an emo Instagram post. We can look at it together. Why not? And I found it really interesting because I started to do a crazy deep dive on um, on her and her ex, Jason Tartick, who is now very popularly dating a social media star. Her name is Kat Stickler. Like, talk about just like an influencer that was really good on TikTok and then got really famous. So let's look at Caitlin Bristow's Instagram together, and then we'll talk about it for a second. I just want you guys to see what I was reading last night. So it's a photo dump. It's a bunch of pictures like this, right? Just of her being on vacation or with, drinking wine with her dogs, whatever. She says, I've got to be honest. I am really struggling with my relationship with social media. I've posted once in the last 2 weeks and my followers drop like crazy. Why does that hurt my feelings? Silly, I know. And on the other hand, if I force myself to come up with scheduled content to monetize all the time for growth, it gives me anxiety. I feel like a suckhole. It also takes away precious memories that mean the most while just being in the moment. I thought about tossing my phone in the ocean this week, and it just went on and on and on. Now, I saw a comment, a lot of people agree, right? And I'm sure like this isn't a real thing for a lot of, people who their success is based on their Instagram and getting a lot of followers or whatever. And I feel for her. But then one of the comments was horrible. It was so mean. I don't even know where it is. But someone said, well, it looks like, Kat Stickler has one up on you. So then I said, oh my gosh, Kat Stickler. Kat Stickler is her ex's current girlfriend. So she was dating Jason Tartick, who also has a podcast. He was a Bachelor guy too. And now Kat Stickler, who has 2.3 million followers, that's more than Caitlin Bristow has. And she is, posting tons of videos all the time. She's got all these things with the guy, with Jason Tartick, like, pictures like this when they, you know, opened up and like kind of hard launched their relationship. And it just goes to like, I went into such a deep dive on these people. And I thought to myself, like, can you imagine living, I live my life actually pretty privately. Shockingly, you would be shocked by this because I come here every single day and I talk about so much here. But if you guys notice, like, I don't share my whole life on social media. There's people, Bethany, who you see every single meal that they're eating, every single bite of anything that they are, every outfit, every single time they go out of their house, every market they go into, every single time they get in the car, every beach walk that they go to. Like, there's so much of that. And I don't do that. And I think I've like pulled away a little bit lately just because I don't like, sometimes opening yourself up. But I always think about these big social media people and how crazy it must be that every single feeling and every single thought you release with the world. It's got to be such a crazy dynamic. So going back to this Hannah Alonso and her deep dive on influencers, I always find it really like I'm enamored and interested in the influencer lifestyle because it is actually probably one of the most emotionally challenging like jobs because you're just you living your life and getting shit on left and right on all these websites and whatever. It's just such an interesting world. Do you guys ever find yourself in a scroll hole where you're just like, all of a sudden, I'm on Kat Stickler's page, and then I'm on her best friend's page, and then I'm on her best friend's boyfriend's page, and then I'm on our best friend's boyfriend's sister's page, and I'm like, I'm finding myself like, like all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'm a private investigator. Like hire me as someone, a cybersecurity person. Like I am in their lives. Like I know exactly what kind of perfume they're wearing. This stranger that I'll never meet in my life. It's psychotic. It's actually like a crazy, crazy thing that happens on social media. I'm sure we've all been there. We call it the scroll hole in our house. It's the doom scroll hole. Andrew says Cat is awful though. See, there you go. Everyone has their opinions. I don't know a lot about Cat. All right, let's move on. We will talk more about all this stuff. We can go deep into the influencer lifestyle and stuff if you want on maybe members only. By the way, speaking of, I scheduled a members only. If you want to join this channel, the link is in the show notes. It's the first link in the show notes. You can join the channel and tomorrow at 2:30 Pacific time, 5:30 Eastern time, and I think 4:30 Mountain time, but don't take my word for it. We will be doing a members only here. I'm gonna ask you guys for some topics you want to kind of really deep dive. I'm guessing a lot of you will want to talk about certain videos that were leaked online that had to be removed from a certain live show that a lot of people talked about yesterday. We're going to talk about all kinds of things. Make sure to join and then set your reminder for the members only. That is going to be tomorrow at 2:30 Pacific time. Okay. Let's get into one of our stories and then we'll go into other stuff. So I thought this was kind of an interesting thing. Jennifer Tilly is joining Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. We know that because she's all over it, right? She's on um all of the trailers. We know that she's filming, and she had this incredible long interview article that came out today on Vulture. Vulture is a great website, by the way. It's a paywall website, so you can't access it unless you're a member of I don't know, it's not New York Post, it's the New Yorker. I think it's the New Yorker. So I subscribe because I love the content that they have. They have The Cut and Vulture, and they have all these different, like Vulture has really great written recaps of some of these shows by uh Brian Moylan. So it's really, really good if you want to spend some money on some good content, like entertainment, written content, it's worth it. But in this one article on Vulture, Jennifer Tilly talks about all of her career and her whole, like, everything. I mean, any question that you want to ask her or you'd be interested about directors she's worked with, actors she's worked with, different movies that she's worked with, what did she like, what didn't she like, who did she enjoy, playing, etc. But of course, what I was really interested in was the Beverly Hills part and, joining Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So someone asked in this, let me just find the part in the interview and then I can let you guys know what she says about it. I find it really interesting. After talking about all these huge movies and all these huge roles that she's playing, they say, "So I know you've been filming The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. How is it going?" She says, "One of the things that I remember my lawyer saying was you are not allowed to do any interviews regarding housewives, but I think I can say something without giving away any plot lines." So then they asked, "How did you decide to go from occasional guest of Sutton Strack to official friend of supporting character on the show?" And she says, "I've always been a Housewives super fan. Only The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, though." By the way, so many people that I know do not watch Housewives other than Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's really strange. Like so many people. She said, "I remember I was like, I live in Beverly Hills and it'd be kind of fun to see Beverly Hills through the lens of really rich people. I thought that I was going to see a lot of people shopping on Rodeo Drive, but a lot of the filming that they do is in the valley, in places where it's easier to get permits. So it's not like you're at the famous places in Beverly Hills arguing. They're usually arguing at some kind of non-Beverly Hills place because the really fancy elite places don't want housewives screaming at each other in their dining room. But I never thought I'd be on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. To me, it's like working with Martin Scorsese. My boyfriend always says if he got 40 million, he wants to go into space and experience zero gravity. To me, being on Housewives is experiencing zero gravity. I was more excited to meet Kyle Richards and Erica Jane and the other ladies than I was when I met Elizabeth Taylor. Guys, Real Housewives does have that ability. It's pretty crazy. Real Housewives is one of those things that it's like, it's so, um, when you see a housewife in person, especially when they're like done up, like when I saw them at BravoCon not on the panel, but like in real life at the bar at the Four Seasons, it's wild. They really do emit such an energy that you can't kind of compared to a movie star. It's really, really crazy. So she says it was bigger than meeting Elizabeth Taylor. They've been asking me if I want to be on the show, and I've always said no, no. This year, I sort of thought I just want to do everything different. I'm trying to take on challenges. She says, I've been filming for about a month now. So this is a while ago when she did this interview, it sounds. And I'd say The Housewives is the most challenging thing I've ever done. I read this book called Bachelor Nation, and the Bachelor editors said, I'm paraphrasing, when we get all the footage, it's like we have a big box of Legos and we're like, what are we going to create with these Lego blocks? They can do anything. They can make you the girl next door. They can make you the villain. They can make you the cranky one. They can make you the patient one. It depends on what they want to show, what's going to make the story. Even when some housewives were looking really bad on the show and the fans are throwing mud at them, I had empathy for them because I thought what they're doing is spinning a storyline out of thin air. You come in without a script. It's just sort of like they wait in there and they go at it. In real life, if you're at a restaurant and people at the table are screaming at each other, you're mortified, like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm with these uncouth people. But while I'm sitting at a table with the housewives, I feel like I have a front row seat at the Super Bowl. I cannot wait to see her on the show. I think it's going to be so, so good. Don't you guys love like her take on it? She's like, this is the Super Bowl. Like, I am around huge stars. And this is coming from someone that has like legitimately the most, like, she is the biggest celebrity, I think, on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills ever, right? Don't you guys agree that she's bigger than Lisa Rinna? She's bigger than any of the actresses. Like, Jennifer Tilly is iconic. Four decades of acting. Anyway, very, very cool. All right. Another story that I thought was kind of interesting was about Kim Zolciak. Never stop talking about Kimmy. Kimmy. Kim Zolciak is she's a mess. Are you guys watching Surreal Life? I have not watched it. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can handle it. I don't know if I can like take that on in my life. I have enough going on with Big Brother, and now I'm rewatching Real Housewives of OC season 9. I just watched episode 1 last night, and I took notes, and I'm going to recap that for Patreon this week. But Kim Zolciak is on this new Surreal Life. A lot of you guys like it. Interesting. And she, on this upcoming episode, insists that there is not enough money in the world to make her repeat Real Housewives of Atlanta after she developed severe PTSD. She said, I walked away. She said, I walked away from millions of dollars, she revealed to her castmates. I was 8 months pregnant with my son, glasses being thrown. Josie Canseco, who's on the show, says it was that bad. And she said it was effing terrible. I have PTSD from it, like severe. There's not enough money to ever go through what I went through ever. Macy Gray, who's also in the house, who has like the craziest news articles that keep popping up about Macy Gray, about like her digestion after taking Ozempic. I'm like, that's okay. I think I'll pass on knowing about that. She said, it's really interesting to hear that. She said in a confessional, to me, it says she's a good person because she stepped away from money and fame because she felt like it was toxic. What? Kim Zolciak stepped away from toxicity? Kim Zolciak is the toxic. Like, she is. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me moment, right? Karma comes full circle, Kim said. I've watched it happen to people, and here I am and well, where are the others? A couple of them, Kim continued over the dinner table with her co-stars. Chet Hanks, who is on the show, Tom Hanks' son, says Hollywood problems with a laugh. And that's, I guess, all she talked about in that moment. But here's my thought. Kim Zolciak does need money. Like, she needs severe money. I mean, she's doing this Surreal Life. Let's be real. Maybe that's a great show. A lot of you guys are really into it, but she does need money. We all know that the house is in foreclosure. Like, they're not able to pay their bills. There's a lot going on. So my question is, if Real Housewives of Atlanta literally offered her $1 million an episode, they won't. But if they did, I would like to see Kim Zolciak turning it down. I don't believe she's turning it down. She's on the Surreal Life. Like, she's not turning down a Bravo reality show. No way, no how. She's selling Croy's like used underwear on eBay. This is unreal. Kim Zolciak, she's a walking contradiction. She literally is a walking contradiction. Everything she says, just believe the opposite. That's how I feel about her. Okay. Okay, let's move on to another story. Before we talk about anything else, though, I want to make sure that we shout out the sponsors of today's episode. This episode is sponsored by LOLAVIE. That's right, Jennifer Aniston's beautiful hair care line. So let's all watch Jennifer Aniston shower while we talk about it. We all understand the torture we put our hair through. There's a lot of coloring, heat styling, hello stress. And sometimes, like Kim Zolciak, you just have to throw on a wig. So in addition to the relentless summer elements like scorching sun and the ever-pervasive humidity, we need to start using products that will help us with the damage, but not use toxic and, chemicals and all kinds of things. So LOLAVIE is a perfect product line that uses something called B Pro 3, which is a peptide that helps, and it's developed from chia seeds. It constructs a new protective cuticle around the hair where damage begins to keep it healthy and looking at its best. So it's the best for aging and damage on the hair. And strangely enough, I've heard that if you use it and some of it goes on your face, you also might as well be Botox. I mean, it's alleged. I've just heard about that. So go to lolavie.com. I did get a DM from one of our listeners today. Drea, shout out, said, I'm putting in a huge order and code Donna is not working. So I checked. And my code is actually Donna, DANA 15 for 15% off. That's right. Go to lolavie.com. That's LOLAVIE.com and use code DANA15 for 15% off. You're going to only use one promo code per order, and discounts cannot be combined. After you purchase, they're going to ask you where you heard about them. And obviously, you're not going to say another show. You're going to say Daily Dose of Donna. So code Donna15. Thanks, guys. All right, we've got to keep on going because we got hit with 1, 2, 3 trailers. And I don't even know which one to start on. Yes, we have a new season of Selling Sunset. We have a new season of Sister Wives. Guys, we started at Sister Wives. Like this was our home. Our home base was Sister Wives. My damn kids steal my Sharpies. Sister Wives is back. Nothing makes me happier than Sister Wives being back. Sobbing Robin. Let's try to watch them together. Now, this is going to take a little bit of crossing fingers and that nothing happens here. So I may have to mute moments of it. I need us to watch this together. Everyone, make sure you have a snack. Make sure you have some popcorn. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb. It's movie time. It's movie time. So I'm going to start with the least interesting one for me, and that's Selling Sunset. Okay. Can you guys hear me? I don't know when the sound went out, but hopefully it wasn't too long. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Still no sound? Yes? Donna, you got me? We're back? We're good? We're good? I don't know when I lost you, but I lost you. But now we're back. We're going to take a deep breath. We're going to watch this together. It's movie time. It's okay. Sob and Robin ruined our sound for just a moment. Okay, we're good. Let's watch the Selling Sunset trailer together. This was posted on Chrishell's Instagram, and we will watch it together, and I will talk over a little bit of it so that we don't get in trouble. Here it is.
Cheers to moving forward, good mojo, and new beginnings. Yeah. My dagger straight.
Wow. I step into the LA real estate market. Things aren't the same.
The market is shit right now. And if you want to work at the Oppenheim Group, you have to solve problems.
We need to be extremely aggressive.
It's true artwork.
I just want to jump on that.
I can't wait to sell it like a statement piece.
I own a little western town out in the desert.
Town?
If I were to buy your town from you, how much would I have to pay?
You know what they do in the desert?
Very
body.
I'm applying pressure.
I heard information that could really affect families, marriages.
We don't have that long with him.
I did hear something about Chelsea's husband.
No.
They say don't shoot the messenger. She's definitely gonna shoot me.
I don't want to do this. I can't do this.
What will it take for you to ring?
Okay, wait, hold on. We're going to go back to it in just a moment. I want to make sure that the sound is okay. You guys are my priority. There's no podcast without good sound. So please let me know. I know that the sound kind of switched out of my mic, but now it's back. Okay, Mark says it's back. Were you guys able to hear the Selling Sunset trailer while I was playing it? Just want to make sure. Okay. I'm thinking that we can hear it. Listen, if we have bad tech, we don't have a podcast. So I just want to make sure. Okay, everyone's good. Let's go back and watch a little bit longer of it. And basically what I can tell you is from what we're seeing, it's basically just the exact same as it always is. Really crazy outfits, really nice cars, really gorgeous houses, really beautiful cinematography, really short Oppenheim boys, bad, the Oppenheims are wearing bad sweaters. And then there's going to be drama between them. But I'm telling you, when I was on Sunset Boulevard the other day, and I've done this now like 2 or 3 times in the last few weeks where I've driven by or walked by, or remember I had dinner right across the street, like no one's there. And the only people that are there is like production. It is the set. Like, I don't believe the Oppenheim group is a real thing. I mean, they are, but they're not. I've never once seen, in all my time driving through Los Angeles, I've never once seen a sign with one of these real estate names on it. I see Mauricio's everywhere. I see the agency everywhere. I see every single person that I've ever, watched on. I've seen $1 million listing names on it. Like, I just don't see these people. I don't think they're actually selling homes. I think it's just a TV show. But let's just finish watching it just so we can kind of say we did it.
We're 40. I'll ring the bell.
How about if you date someone over 40?
I have a huge listing. One of the most expensive houses in the world.
Relationships, friendships, everything's gonna change.
I need you back.
Time to shake up this office.
I mean, the outfits, you
Bring
guys,
it on,
could you
bitches.
die?
Get that camera out of my face, I swear to God.
Okay, well, the good news about that is that it starts September 6th. So September 6th on Netflix, put it in your calendars, Selling Sunset. And the cool thing about Selling Sunset is that there's a lot of episodes that come in over, like, I think that they usually do like half the season and then half the season. Yeah, Josh Flagg from your guys' comments, Josh Flagg stated these realtors are not licensed. And then immediately after saying this, he said, Oppenheim is going to be pissed at me for saying this. Yeah, Tracy for $1 million listings said she sees Jason at listings, but not the women. And Jean says, so true, never see those signs and I live in LA. It's so true, you don't see them. I'm telling you, at least once a day, I see a sign of Mauricio's. The other day I was driving over Coldwater Canyon. He was holding an open house. Like, you see Michelle Rosenberg, who is, or Michelle Schwartz is her, Michelle Rosenberg Schwartz. She's one of them. You see the Umansky girls. You see Farrah's signs. You see, what's his name from Buying Beverly Hills? Oh, I have such a funny story about him. So funny. Like, there's so many people that you see on the signs that are real. They're real actual agents. But these other ones, I don't think they are. Either way, it's good reality TV. I don't even know if we want to call it reality. It's good. It's good entertainment. It's good entertainment. So September 6th on Netflix. Welcome, Kelly. You're a new member. Kelly Lyons will be at members only tomorrow at 2:30 Pacific time, where we can talk openly about all the things. Okay. The next trailer that I am beyond excited about is Sister Wives. You guys, Sister Wives is back, I believe. Let me pull up the date. Hold on, YouTube. I'm going to pull it up to find out exactly when it's back, but I am beyond excited about this. This is what we need in our lives. We need Sister Wives to come back. We need a little bit of levity. Obviously, as we know, there is a lot of drama and sadness that has happened on Sister Wives since the last season. We know that Mary has left him. We know that Janelle has left Cody. Cody is really just left with Robin. So it's no longer Sister Wives. It's just wife. The show is just called Wife, right? And so she is now she's the only one left with Cody. I mean, really, it should be a show about sadness. There's also a sad moment, of course, because Janelle and Cody's son really tragically died a few months ago. And I think it really pushed the season. And that's why we haven't seen the show in forever. Let's watch the trailer together. This is going to be, of course, on TLC. And it comes back Sunday, September 15th. So now we have 2 dates in September to be very excited about. This one I'm beyond excited about, like way more than Selling Sunset for me is Sister Wives. Let's watch it together.
This season on Sister Wives, Cody and I are officially done.
Are you serious?
I'm not joking.
Like our marriage is over.
Marriage
I just
is
had a
over.
date with this guy, David.
Hi, baby.
We've already planned our second date. I'm just telling you that straight
We
up.
already saw them get married.
Cody and I have officially said it's not working. Really?
This was not the way it was supposed to go.
Hold on one second. Did you guys notice? Hold on. This is going to be a moment. It's not the way it's supposed to go. Robin is so depressed. Have you ever seen anyone more depressed than Robin and on the show? I mean, she's miserable. Now, did you guys just see Janelle take a shot? I always thought about this. They never drank on the show. But if you can, let's go back. Janelle is taking a shot. You guys, we're going to get a good season of Janelle. I hope she gets wasted. I want to see Janelle hammered. And it looks to me like Christine's already hammered in this scene. Okay, deep dive on this one. Listen to what Cody just said while you see a clip of him driving his convertible with a visor and his hair flowing in the wind. It's something you don't want to see. It's something only on nightmares. Listen to this.
What did I do wrong to deserve this?
Again?
What did I do to deserve this?
Guys, what did we say yesterday about Teresa? The ultimate narcissist is someone that is the ultimate victim. Always. What did I do to deserve this? Where do we start? How much longer do we have to talk, Cody? I can come up with a list. We can do a deep dive on what you did to deserve this, but let's keep watching.
What did I do wrong?
Lots.
The property needs to be paid off.
I've actually thought about asking if he wants to buy me out.
Yet, Janelle, the fact that we're still talking about Coyote goddamn past, the Coyotes have passed. Okay? The Coyotes have passed through and now they're walking through Sherman Oaks. Everyone has died on this property. It's now a graveyard of people's hopes and dreams.
But we got to pay it off, and he's not talking to me about it, so I think I'm going to have to lawyer up.
Such a teenage drama.
Such a teenage drama. As you're thinking about the teenage drama, I just want you to see one thing really fast. As you're thinking about teenage drama, just watch this scene, okay? Watch this moment of Cody dancing.
Cody Brown shows off his
All right.
dance moves on Sister Wives.
Sorry, I had to throw that one out there really fast. Let's go back to the trailer. Famous last words. I feel like the idiot that left behind. Look at Robin sitting alone, looking out at Coyote Pass, where dreams go to die, on the one singular bench, and it's probably on lot 5. Which lot is she on right now? I need to know.
I'm not your wife anymore.
Didn't we already meet David? Like, I know that the editing of the show is all messed up, but I already watched Christine and David date and get married. So it's a little weird that now we're meeting David. Like, why are we meeting David after the same audience has watched their wedding? It's strange. It's like it's a little bit of like an odd, like, did the editors have a little bit of a memory lapse? Like, what's happening?
The guy that Christine is dating is going to be at this party.
I think we're meeting Christine's new boyfriend.
Oh, I don't know. I need to find a man.
I'm watching this with you guys for the first time, as you can tell. This was the best thing I've ever seen. Oh my gosh. Let's listen to, we need someone to take this little audio and make it a meme.
But I can't even get it straight with you right now.
Oh, this is a Robin moment. So Robin, it's a whole dance. We're like on a mountain with her eyebrow. It goes up and down. Her eyebrow is like the stock market, except it should end down. It's the stock market down.
Are you okay?
Hold on. Guys, blame yourself if I don't love you. Okay? All right. Let me just say that was the best few minutes I've ever had on this podcast, maybe. Why was that so good? That was so good. Now, they didn't even cover Garrison's death, so I don't know when they stopped filming this last season. I know we saw like 6 seasons of weather during that trailer. We saw snow, we saw sun, we saw like hot, cold. I mean, they filmed the show. It's crazy. The show is constantly filming. What we're watching right now took place in like pre-COVID, I feel like. Not really. But September 15th is when it airs. It's a Sunday night. Get your popcorn. We may have to do a live viewing event. I am very excited. Now, those of you that are not interested in Sister Wives, you only have 19,000 episodes to catch up on. So it's like, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Get your ass on that couch and start watching them sit on the porch. Okay? Start now. Wouldn't that be so fun to be able to start from the beginning? Like, you'd be able to see truly grow up. You'd be able to see, you know, when Mary was like wanting to have another baby. Like, there's so much going on. All right, let's move on to the final trailer that just was released. And this is a really fun one. Of course, this is Real Housewives of New York, the new season. It's really good. I want to find where I watched it because I couldn't find it on YouTube. But let's watch it together on Bravo Breaking News' Instagram. There's a lot of talk about pigeons in this little trailer. Let's watch it together.
The Real Housewives of New York City, season 15 is there. Actually, it's here. And the trailer starts in a New York minute.
Well, let's not make them wait a whole minute.
Deal. The trailer starts in 3, 2, 1.
Okay. See a lot of New York City and a lot of pigeons.
Pigeons everywhere.
I feel freaked out about
This
the pigeons.
season on The Real Housewives of New York City.
Oh my God, my toenail is in your hair. Oh my God.
No. So all the girls, you know, they're hijinks. So funny. So fun. Moving on. Cheers to dinner.
I know your name like I know Coca-Cola.
Rebecca Minkoff.
This is when Rebecca Minkoff
If you're
gets
just at Nordstrom
introduced.
Rack, you probably saw her stuff. That was shady. Oof.
Whatever. I built $100 million company.
Yeah, good for you.
Look who it is. Raquel and I have been seeing men.
We were married.
Well,
how did you like that?
Not enough.
So we have a new girl,
Let's
Raquel,
take you out on a walk.
who's also a
I
lesbian.
know you're the LeBron of the art row.
Yeah.
We have Jenna Lyons and Raquel, then lesbians.
I heard you're going to therapy. I don't see any growth. I don't see any change.
Not today, Satan. Not today.
It's an engagement ring.
Here is a diamond ring the size of China. What was that about you having crush on who?
We cannot deny that Raquel is hot.
Okay, so there's like a little
No more
flirting
kids.
between
What if we
Jenna
have
and
the next
Raquel.
Beyonce, or what if we have the next Elon Musk?
Jessa
I'm
wants
okay to say
another
bye to
baby.
Beyonce, but Elon Musk I'll take.
Does it? This is
You
it.
have been lying to me.
It's rocking me.
This is interesting. It's
I'm just
Erin
not
and her
okay.
husband Abe having a huge fight. She says, "You've
Everyone
been
here is
lying
a
to
pigeon.
me." and she's
Everyone?
crying.
What's up, pigeon?
Now
I
you have a
didn't say
pigeon
she was
series.
4. It's insane.
This is up. You need to talk to Aaron. Why are you so upset about it? Pigeons, they're everywhere.
People ask us about the Scientology. What do you want us to say? No comment?
A little bit about Scientology.
pregnant again?
Coming talk.
That's why she's not drinking.
Someone's
She had
pregnant.
this wild night and ended up getting pregnant by some other guy. What?
You told her? What did you say?
I'm being a pigeon.
She's a Central Park pigeon lady. Put the pigeons on trial.
Is something going on? Like, did Pigeon pay for
You
PR?
are the biggest pigeon ever. Darling, go Google my name. Naomi Wish. Giselle Wish. You are a snake. Nobody sees you coming.
Lupa's fighting with everyone.
I sucked a dick to get a job? You're delusional. You model for Dress Barn. Stop.
Uh-oh, Uba and Bryn go at it.
Stop. This isn't like Staten Island.
Don't call me Staten Island, okay? I'm a born and raised city person.
Okay, city person.
Yeah, like, please.
Guys,
Jenna, this one's for you. Never have I ever.
I'm not letting myself.
okay. This is not. We started on it, no, with Selling Sunset. Then we went real high with Sister Wives, and now I have to be 100% honest. This does not look good. Now, we could be wrong, but usually a trailer makes a season look phenomenal, right? Because they take the craziest moments, they take the biggest moments, they take the biggest like energy and like the craziest fights and the craziest hijinks or whatever, and they put it together. And a trailer, the goal of a trailer is really to get everyone's interest. This brought not a lot. Am I nuts to say that? Like, this didn't have that much in it. What's the biggest thing? A couple of the girls argue? Big deal. Who's pregnant? Who's pregnant with another guy? I don't think it's any of the main cast because we've seen them. Like, they're not pregnant. Something is up, but it's lacking something big. And having just wrapped Real Housewives of New York season 7 with Bethany, Dorinda, Sonia, all the heavy hitters, I don't know if we'll ever get back with this cast. I'm willing to give it a chance, but that trailer was underwhelming. Am I nuts? Am I nuts? Now, Michelle just brought up a great point. Remember how bad the Valley trailer was? How wrong were we? That's actually so true. But I also believe that the reason the Valley became so good is because all that crazy shit happened in real time and then they picked up the cameras. It was the Jackson Brittany of it all, right? But we'll have to see. Now, the trailer is so interesting because just like Billy says on the trailer for New Jersey of this last season, they had a whole scene that we were all dying to see of Louis and Teresa and a producer or something kind of talking in a courtyard about, money or whatever. It was like depressing and it looked like a moment, and we never saw that. So I don't know, what Bo Dietl or Jim Leonard did to like get that removed. So I'm curious, maybe we'll be surprised. Actually, maybe it's better that they keep us underwhelmed or not excited, and then we'll be like, whoa, this season is so good. Anyway, that show is coming out. Does it say when? Let me look. I don't think it actually has a start date, does it? If you guys know, you can let me know. But that wasn't that exciting to me. Actually, the only story of that entire trailer that makes me interested is the Erin and her husband. Why? Okay, October 1st. Thank you. I want to know what's going on with Erin and her husband. I'm assuming they're making a mountain out of a molehill because according to her social media, they are fine and dandy and everything's fine. So I don't know if there's anything necessarily like so great that's happening there. Speaking of like the old OG Real Housewives of New York, did you guys see on Watch What Happens Live the other night when it was Sunday night after the Jersey show, and it was Matt Rogers and, oh my God, why can't I remember? Bowen Yang, is that his name? And they played a game with Andy. And one of the questions was, Andy, which housewife do you never want to see again? And he basically inferred, because they were just talking about Bethany, he inferred Bethany. I mean, Bethany really truly did like throw a huge wrench in Andy Cohen's life for a little bit there. So I'll be interested to see how she comes back at that. You know, yesterday there was a big story that went out. Actually, it was over the weekend about John Mulaney. John Mulaney had a show in the Hamptons. It was like a charity event in some capacity. And Claudia, one of the girls from The Toast, was there. And she had a seat in the front row with her name on it. And right next to her was Bethany Frankel. And there was like a big sign. And apparently Bethany Frankel asked to have tickets, got front row for a comedy stand-up show with John Mulaney and never showed up. And he called it out on his on his set. He was like, well, Bethany Frankel's not here, like making a whole thing. And then Bethany came back and posted a TikTok about it, how it was a communication issue, how she definitely did cancel, but you know, they just didn't get the memo. So I mean, you guys go on a deep dive of Bethany's TikToks. If you miss one day, you'll have at least 3 hours of viewing. It's insane how many times she posts a day. Like, I actually don't know if anyone I know posts on TikTok as much as Bethany Frankel. It's really, really interesting. It feels very needy. It's a crazy, crazy study in psychology. Like, you won't believe how many posts. If I'll go on there just to watch because I'm like, oh, I didn't see. I literally am scrolling like 6, 7, 8, 9 lines just in 2 days. She posts like 8 to 12 videos a day. It's manic is a great word. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for dealing with some of the tech issues today, and we had a lot of fun. Make sure to hit up LOLAVIE and use code Donna15. And of course, Just Meats is still a sponsor. I am obsessed with Just Meats. I use their products all the time. If you go to justmeats.com, you can get $35 off using the code JustDonnaB. And you know what? It's not just Be Donna like Bethany wanted it to be. It's just Donna B. Okay. Copyright that. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Love you. Bye.